Veronica, you're chasing the ongoing story of Bridgegate, but this could actually be the end of the line. There's been a leak, at least according to one news outlet, about a federal report that is going to exonerate the governor. So we've got Team Chaser coverage. Veronica, you chase down the governor. Bill Anderson, you chase down the chief antagonists in this whole thing, Loretta Weinberg and John Wisniewski. But I want to start with Veronica. What do you got?
NBC is reporting that federal investigators have uncovered no information linking the governor to the lane closures in Fort Lee that led to Bridgegate. Now, to be clear, they are citing an unconfirmed source, so that is why I guess NBC is the only outlet reporting this. But Governor Christie was just on New Jersey 101.5's Ask the Governor, and they talked to him about it.
This is a report that comes as no shock to me because, as you know, Eric, the day after these events were uncovered, I came out and told people that I had no knowledge of this going on and no involvement or any role in its planning.
Now, Bill Anderson, you went out and spoke to those co-chairs of the legislative committee leading the investigation in the state.
Senator Loretta Weinberg told me that she's not sitting around cheering that the governor of New Jersey actually is guilty of a crime, but she said, pump your brakes. We already know of inappropriate behavior, at least in his administration.
The governor and anybody else who the U.S. attorney might be looking into will be officially cleared or not cleared when the U.S. attorney makes his official report.
I also went and sat down with Assemblyman John Wisniewski, the other co-chair of the legislative committee. He also said they are not stopping their investigation at this point, and all of these reports that the governor has been cleared are extremely premature because at this point we don't know anything.
Anonymous report, and when I read it, it said that the person who was talking to the reporters was not involved in the investigation, so it's rather curious to how you come to the conclusion that you do based on somebody who's not involved, but be that as it may, assuming it's true, so what?
They also both responded to the criticism that they are, in quotes, wasting taxpayer dollars by continuing on with this investigation.
$9 million of the $10 million or more is attributable to the governor's own internal investigation.
And to discuss further, we have Jim McQueenie from New Jersey Now in studio. What do you make of all this?
Well, on the radio report you said before, the governor acquitting himself. He may have forgotten he's governor and no longer the U.S. attorney. You have to let the U.S. attorney, not NBC, officially say this is the case. But all along, we've been hearing, and I've been hearing from sources related to this, that the Bridgegate issue investigation was very frail and getting frailer despite the investigation by the Legislative Committee because the exact crime and statute is very hard to pin on here. And really, it looks at the end of the day like a bunch of not-so-merry pranksters, political pranksters, doing what they did. The feds in general like to only get involved if there's a real material damage here. And by the way, nobody was killed, nobody was wounded on this thing, so it falls to a thing that's really hard to go after. And if it involves a governor, you need unreasonable proof to go on that, and they don't have it, I'm told.
He used taxpayer dollars, over $2 million, to get this master report of lawyers that he hired to exonerate him. If he's completely innocent, why waste taxpayer dollars on this report when you believe that the federal, if you're innocent, just let the feds prove it. Just let the feds drop the case.
Well, remember, in the context of it, at that point, this was a legislative committee. Before the feds got involved, you had an attack from the legislative committee saying you did all these things wrong. And I don't know that there are many people out there that really would condemn the governor for defending himself.
Here's the thing. People, at the end of the day, they have Bridgegate fatigue inside the state of New Jersey and outside of New Jersey. It's just a bridge that people can't relate to and don't understand. Governor Christie has traveled across this country. He just took his third trip to New Hampshire. I think he may be able to put this behind him.
We'll see. Jim McQueenie, thanks.